Bitcoin is around 10.5% from all-time high. This is an environment where we could go to bed tonight. We could wake up tomorrow morning and Bitcoin could have broken all-time highs. Buckle up. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe and like on the way in. It means a lot to me. Let's jump into the Bitcoin video. We're going to be tracking this. This is a new setup on the 4-hour chart. It's like the pathway to all-time high. Everyone, do you see this? We've made it. I don't know if it's going to happen in the short term, but we've made it a long way as we've just been doing YouTube video after YouTube video on this channel. But from where Bitcoin is right now, you can see Bitcoin just under 10.5% away. It's absolutely insane, and we're tracking it in real time. So get ready because things are getting crazy. So I want to start here in terms of what we're looking at. This is the daily chart. I'm not even going to talk about dips, everyone. There's some of you out there that don't like when I talk about dips. Not even going to talk about it, but just going to put this in the back of your mind. This is the 50 daily moving average ocean that Bitcoin, for the lifetime that it's been in existence, has, even in a bull market, has dipped its feet into, right? Even in uptrend. And just for reference, right now, Bitcoin, if you zoom in on this very vast ocean, Bitcoin very overextended from that ocean. Just throwing that out there. Take it for however you want to take it, but it's something that's always in the back of my mind. Bitcoin on the 6-hour, everybody, we've been tracking this. A lot of cool things going on. We've just been falling into these symmetrical triangles for months now, and it's like every time they've played out unbelievably perfectly. It's been crazy. And here's just an example. This was a symmetrical triangle that ended up being confluent with this rising wedge that we were tracking kind of simultaneously. The symmetrical triangle, interestingly enough, right around a $17,900 to $18,000 breakout target. You remember right around November 11th, we broke out of that symmetrical triangle and we made our way up to the target. Interestingly enough, everybody, Bitcoin, and this is what we're gonna dive into, has fallen into a symmetrical triangle right at this target area that we hit on the last symmetrical triangle. Just really awesome looking consolidation for Bitcoin. And this is why we use technical analysis, right? We anticipate some type of resistance at these target areas. What's awesome for Bitcoin is we didn't get a move, that was kind of like boom and then just rejected hard back down, right? We got actual sideways consolidation into a new pattern that we can track. And everybody, tomorrow is a big day for Bitcoin. I just really think it is. I think Bitcoin's going to make some type of dramatic move tomorrow. And we're gonna look at that in a second. So just for reference, also, we need to note the rising wedge that Bitcoin broke out of the upper trend line just the other day, November 17th. We haven't hit that target yet. That's up here, right around $19,000. So that's still in play. A symmetrical triangle continuation to that area would make very, very good sense for Bitcoin. Symmetrical triangles, as you know, have kind of this over 60% continuation breakout to the upside in terms of historical data. So that's something we're tracking. Very, very, very possible Bitcoin could break out of the symmetrical triangle. So let's dig into this. This is the symmetrical triangle now on the 4-hour chart, a little cleaner. I did two things. I highlighted the actual candles, right, in this triangle you see here, and then I just illustrated the trend lines based on the wicks of those candles. I really like using the wicks of the candles in terms of charting patterns. I think it really illustrates sentiment and it illustrates true resistance and true support just better than, wherever the candle is actually opening and closing. So I'm using this larger symmetrical triangle in terms of the data that we're going to explore in this chart. So right now, Bitcoin is 52% to the apex of this triangle, right? And it's a pretty small symmetrical triangle. This is a 4-hour chart starting, 2 days ago. So pretty small, but note 74% to the apex, just this area for these symmetrical triangles that historically on this YouTube channel, as we've charted this, and this is based off Bulkowski, the patternsites.com, I think is the website. I use his data because he has so much good stuff And 74% of the time, based on thousands of trades, I think, for him, not in Bitcoin, but thousands of trades, right? And we've applied that to these charts, and it's just worked so wonderfully on this channel. 74% an average breakout area for Bitcoin. Now, note that when we're looking at this breakout area, we're looking at right around 19,200 to 19,300. Remember, if we go back to this other 6-hour chart, we have this rising wedge, right, that we've been tracking right around a $19,000 target. So that rising wedge target just under this new symmetrical triangle target. So we have a couple targets to the upside right now. And if we go back to this chart and you kind of just zoom out on this 6-hour chart a little bit, you know what is lying just above, right? And I think it's actually here on this 4-hour chart. It's our all-time high for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin manages to hit these targets, let's say we hit this symmetrical triangle target right above 19,000. I mean, everyone, we are 2 to 3% away from all-time highs. If Bitcoin's going to make a move to the upside, I think it's very possible, everyone, that markets and just sentiment is going to be dramatically bullish, even if just in this short phase, like a short time frame. I think there could be a very strong possibility if Bitcoin makes a move to the upside, Bitcoin just kind of explodes through all-time high, maybe potentially, eventually, quickly falling back below. But I have a feeling when Bitcoin's getting close to that all-time high area, I don't think it's going to be immediate rejection and not make it, right? And that's just my opinion. It could totally be that. I imagine a lot of people out there expecting huge resistance here at all-time high. But for some reason, I just have this suspicion that Bitcoin's going to break right through that, right? And you look at something like Bitcoin hitting this target area and consolidating kind of around this target area out of this symmetrical triangle, right? And here's what we did. We consolidated here. So are we going to get a similar thing where Bitcoin stops, right, at its target right around here, and then we consolidate? And it doesn't have to be a symmetrical triangle. It can be a falling wedge. It could just crash right back down to the apex of this triangle. It could do a lot of things. Will it do that? I don't know. I think it's going to pass the target, and I think we're going to test this all-time high, $19,700 or so, $19,800. And we are really close, everyone. It's awesome to track this. And I can't sit here and tell you when it's going to happen. There's a strong likelihood that all-time high could happen tomorrow on this chart. A 10% move for Bitcoin to the upside, that we're there. We've basically waited years for Bitcoin to get to this moment. We are there. You can go to bed tonight, everybody, and Bitcoin could have broken all-time highs. That's how close we are. And we see that it starts on this this pattern with a breakout target just below the all-time high. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm tracking for Bitcoin. I want to throw this out there just because it's what I do, everybody. It's what I do. And this could not come into play anytime soon because Bitcoin is it's doing its thing. But I want to throw this out there. If you remember, we were tracking these very important Fibonacci retracements. Here's the bull market high all the way back here on the left of your screen to this really quick swing low. And we had this Fibonacci retracement and Bitcoin failed. It just failed to break back above that, right? And we came back down. The same exact thing happened right here. The swing high last summer to a swing low, right? And actually it was right here, that first wick, because this is the weekly chart. So this is a little tight, but you can see Bitcoin came down to the swing low from that swing high, came back up, tested this Fibonacci retracement, failed again, and then we continued down. Now, this is what's awesome, everyone. Bitcoin, and we were tracking this, Bitcoin came from this previous swing high in August to a swing low. And if you remember, I was doing prediction videos, I think back here in September, saying I think Bitcoin is definitely going to test this Fibonacci retracement channel. Remember I was doing those videos? I don't know if you were here or not. Many of you maybe not, but we did. We tested it. And we said, if we break this, instead of seeing resistance like we did the last two times, if we break this, everybody, we are that much closer to the bull market. And since then, everybody, you know what's transpired. Look at Bitcoin on this weekly chart. You know exactly what has transpired. Bitcoin from the bull market high to the bear market low, yes, certainly has broken the bull market doors, this long-term Fibonacci resistance. It's just been awesome to track this. So, but long story short, I want to throw this out there. Confluent with, now that we broke very hard through this Fibonacci retracement. Confluent with that is the 20-week moving average. Currently, the 20-week moving average being pulled up through that area. And let me zoom in a little bit here. You can see it. 20-week moving average right around $12,000 or so on this weekly chart. Historically, everybody, Bitcoin, even in uptrends, gets pulled back to that area. And you can just see it. Here's 2017 bull market, constantly getting pulled back to the area. I'm not saying it's going to happen tonight. I'm not saying it's going to happen this week, but watch that area. If nothing more, watch for Bitcoin to trade sideways, right? To let that 20-week moving average catch up where Bitcoin's eventually going to touch it. It's just something I always want to put in the back of your mind. It's something in the back of my mind. We have to anticipate downside at all times. That's how you play this game, everyone. And you do it with patience, you will win. Everybody, I wanted to cover Bitcoin as we get so close to that all-time high. I hope you're having a great night. I will see you in the next video. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. Hit that like button. I'm so close. I think I'm gonna beat Bitcoin to 50,000. That's a long-term goal. I think we're there. So hit that subscribe. Help me get there. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.